Cousin Internet. It's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Ali.
Hey, Cousin Internet.
And it's Cousin Kenny.
Hello, Cousin Internet.
That went way down. There
Yeah.
was so much disappointment.
Really?
And it's Cousin Kenny.
I thought I said that with a bit more.
No, you
not
said me.
him. The
Oh.
intro for you.
No. Let me try again. And it's Cousin Kenny. Damn it.
Hello.
No, hold on. I did it again.
You did it again?
I'm trying to get excited about you.
Would it help if I took my pants off?
It might.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's Cousin Kenny.
Hello, Internet.
That was his penis talking.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So interesting thing. One of our cousins, one of our audience cousins,
Yeah?
made a comment about last week's episode
Okay.
of the podcast, and said it was one of his favorites. It was the three of us.
Mhm.
So it brought up the question: what is our favorite podcast of what we've done so far? This is going to be episode, I think, 158.
Holy God.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's more than 155.
Yeah.
So,
definitely, at least by two.
yeah.
So I have what I think is my favorite. But do you guys have a favorite episode? I mean, do you listen to these once we record them?
I do. At least. I don't know about
do.
Kenny.
I listen to them.
Oh, you're the ones.
Yeah, we're the ones.
I still think the Would You Rather one is probably my favorite episode that we did. So the Would You Rather one is one of my favorites.
Yeah, and that's the one where we sat around and posed Would You Rather questions. Oh, you know what? I should, while we're doing this, I should look those episodes up
Yeah.
so that we can give out a reference.
Yeah. But that was an early on. That was an earlier one.
Oh, yeah. I remember that was.
That was like
years
within the
ago.
first 50, first 20.
Let's see. Mama's Would You Rather. We did two of them.
Well, I'm talking about the first one.
Yeah. Mama's Comedy Show. Would You Rather? That was episode number 21
Oh, my
from
God.
March 2016.
Wow.
And yeah, that was a whole list of would you rather questions like would you rather give your mom an orgasm or give your dad an orgasm?
Yep. Remember that one?
Yeah, we should do another one of those. I gotta look up some new ones.
Yeah.
Kenny, what is your favorite Mama's podcast?
I don't know if I really have a favorite one. A lot of the older ones, it's been a while since I've heard them, so I maybe need to go back and re-listen to them all. But I'd have to say the ones I like, probably the ones I'm on, because
Yeah.
I'm not on a lot of them.
So you just like hearing your own
So
voice?
I just like hearing my own voice. I don't get this. This is the only podcast I do, and I don't get to listen to myself very often. So.
Today's podcast is brought to you by the word narcissist.
Yeah, I think Would You Rather would probably be my go-to answer as well.
Yeah.
That's one of the most listened to. And I think because for the longest time, we promoted that episode specifically.
Yeah. After the shows and stuff. Yeah.
Just to tell people like how crazy some of these things get. Now, I don't know if we've gotten that. I mean, we've gotten raunchy on the podcast, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that one was pretty,
That
talking
was
about
pretty, yeah.
giving hand jobs to your dad and
Cousin Megan's answer will always be my
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah, she said,
Because she needs it.
yeah,
My mom, because she could use
Use it.
one.
yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, and then just also the debates that brought up of no, you have to look in their eye. You cannot just do it looking away, trying to envision yourself somewhere else.
Right.
But I think my favorite it might be the very first episode.
Really? I don't
Because
even
it
remember
was-
which one.
It was
was-
number one.
Oh, okay.
It was
Hence the first.
Okay.
157 ago. So if you're listening in reverse order, you have a real treat at the end of your journey. We talked about firsts of things, like our first in a lot of things. And I also think that was fun because I want to say there was a group of us here. And that was back when Tony was still
Right.
doing these. He wasn't as afraid of losing his job
Right.
back then.
Because he wasn't high up anymore
Yeah,
back then.
Yeah, once he moved up in the company, he's like, I don't know if I can do this stuff with you guys talking about jerking off your parents without putting my job in danger.
Remember Remember when we were doing Duty Humor and like Mike Aiello was like, we're probably gonna have to stop.
It was Jay.
It was Jay, yeah.
It wasn't Mike. Mike was on board with everything. We had one of a local actor who had some clout in the acting community was doing the show, and our first show we were satire. We had themes, and our first theme was corporate profit off of tragedy. So we had all of these like, fun little offshoot things, but the big one that was the scary one for Jay was we had a sketch for a new theme park called Auschwitzland.
God, stay with us. Stay with us. Don't.
Oh, I am.
Stay with us.
But again, the whole point of the show was how corporations will profit off of anything.
Yeah. Right.
If they feel like they can make $1 off it, they will.
Yeah.
And I mean, we even had a costume character, Hitler, which is in my office.
Yep. The big paper mache
Yeah,
head.
it's a big paper mache Hitler head. And at the end of the show, he gets the shit kicked out of him, and like gum comes out of his head, like a pinata.
Bubble gum.
Oh, wow.
Hitler gum.
It was just this weird thing. But yeah, I remember Jay going, "Oh, I don't know if I can do the show." Like we were like getting ready to open.
Yeah.
We had rehearsals,
And
the show was 50-50 video and stage. So it's like if one person backs out,
we're
like
screwed.
Yeah,
that's-
you can't do it.
And didn't he write it? Like,
No, he didn't write it, but he was all on board when it was up for it. But then we did the show. We're not sure how satire is going to go as far as sketch comedy. Every single reviewer in Orlando said brilliant satire. Like we got phenomenal reviews. And then I remember the second year, the theme was race and religion and how they tie into each other, how racism and religion can coexist, or how they feed off of each other. And again, Jay was like, "I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it." Again, stellar reviews, like brilliant satire. And we had really started developing a name for ourselves. And then the third year, he was like, "Hey, so can I do the show this year?" And I went, "No."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can't take that risk as far as the cast goes. That because what was the third one we did? The third one was
oh God, what was the third one?
We had
Tragedy Was Time.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We had this device that came out at the beginning of the show called the TPT-EC 2000. It was the tragedy plus time equals comedy supercomputer.
Yep.
So you put in any sort of tragedy, and it will tell you when that particular thing. It uses math to tell you when that tragedy is funny.
And then we had like an alarm go off. You're like, what's funny now?
Well, it was the buildup was we were excited. We were throwing this whole thing because it's coming up. It's right about to happen, but pretty soon 9/11 is going to be funny. And so we're prepping for that moment when 9/11 is no longer a tragedy and now it's funny. And we're all telling these stories, and like, oh God, like someone's was, I don't know if it was yours. Someone's was like, I was going to have a Super Bowl party, and I got this new TV, and then the NFL canceled the game that week. And this tragedy really hits everyone, and everyone had these trivial like inconveniences that upset. And then we were about to do mine. I was like, yeah, it hit pretty close to home. I had a close family member who worked in the towers and then the alarm went off, and we all went, "Hey!"
Well, I would just like to say, if the day ever comes, you bring back Duty Humor and satire sketches like that. Let me know. I have no clout, no influence in this town. Most people have no idea who the hell
there
I am,
are some
so.
videos. There's some videos that, like, taken out of context.
Oh, yeah.
There are certain videos that can never see the light of day. There's certain video, and we used to put them up like all the time because we had our Duty Humor website. This was before like everything on. Man, I wonder how different it would be if we had YouTube the way that it is now.
I wonder.
Ali and I did a threesome sketch.
Still one of my favorite sketches.
Yeah, it was great. Where we're gonna tag team this girl together, and then ends up being an excessive amount of cum covering Ali.
It was so hard not
At the
to
climax.
start laughing. It was so hard not to stop laughing because I've just got Jergens all over my face.
Yeah, no, I've mentioned it a few times, like because the next show was going to be the big gay show. We did a little bit of the gay stuff in that one. We
Yeah.
did the pet lesbian or the pet homo,
Yes, the pet homo.
where you
the-
could get
the-
your
the
own pet
farm,
homo. Yeah, the queer ranch,
Queer ranch.
where
Yeah.
the guy was trying to raise a herd of queer.
Oh my god, dude.
But that was the whole kind of pointing out we're no longer treating them as people. They're
Right.
They're animals. And that's kind of what a certain segment of our society tends to
Yeah.
do. Is rather than accept people as humans that are different, they're like, oh, they're grazing in a pasture, humping each other for
Right.
no reason. And I remember the farmer was trying to impregnate them himself, like by hand.
Come on, get up there.
Yeah. Oh.
We had Kevin Kriegel. Was
Yep.
Doug part of that one? Did Doug do something with that one?
No, Doug did Frankenstein at the very beginning of Zombie Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Duty Humor's Zombie Girlfriend.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Doug yet, did we?
No.
He's done Mamas. He came in one night and did Mamas. But you would see him more times than not sitting in the back of the theater watching us.
Yep.
After he finished his show in there, he would come in here.
Yeah.
But for those of you who don't know, a few weeks ago, we came in to do our show, and it wasn't the anniversary show. It was the week before the anniversary show.
Right.
And as I walked in, they said, "Oh man, the main show is being held right now. One of the actors didn't show up, and is Doug, who's this brilliantly funny Orlando comic,
I'm guessing this is Doug Bowser we're talking
Yeah,
about.
Doug Bowser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phenomenal actor.
brilliantly funny."
So funny.
See, I feel bad because like all these people you were talking about, I have no idea who any of these people are. I know
Yeah.
Mike Aiello, but I don't know of any of these other people.
You know Ruben Irving?
I know Ruben, yeah.
Yeah, he was in
did
Duty Humor.
with-
Oh, that's
and
right, I
He's all
remember.
down for.
Oh, yeah.
Now that he got pseudo famous, we're like, oh, if we do a reunion show, he goes, I'm in.
Oh,
was
did he
like,
really?
Yeah, he was like, I'm in. I'll do
Man,
it.
we'll ruin
Yeah,
his
'cause
career.
I know, right?
See, I've heard the name Doug Bowser many
Yeah,
times.
Doug
but
is-
I don't think I've ever met him.
What, 6'5"?
Yeah. Ish.
Big guy. It would do the most hideous drag
Oh,
you've
my
ever seen in your
goodness.
entire life.
It was the best. It was so.
And that's what I base mine off of.
Yeah.
Where now a lot of people are doing like proper drag, or they're trying to make themselves up to be. And I was like, nah, the humor is a guy in a dress.
Yep.
Like that's the humor. And Doug really
Oh, my God.
was fearless. And but I'm bypassing the point. Is after we finished our show, I said, "Has anyone found Doug? Did he show up?" And they said no. And then the next day we found out he died. I
Yeah.
still don't know.
I don't
how.
know what happened. All I know is that Janine, went to do a wellness check
Yeah.
on him and found him. So we don't know. But yeah, I was in Savannah when I got the news.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend goes, "Do you know a guy named Doug Basser?" I go, "Doug Bowser?" And then she handed me the phone, and it was Ed's post.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" And like everyone in the restaurant like turned because I just was so shocked.
Yeah.
I was like,
Not
"Holy God."
expecting it at all.
No, not at all.
And then we just lost another Orlando area performer a few days beforehand. Adrian Lepeltier.
Yeah.
So
Long time Universal.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that name, but yeah.
Beautiful darling.
Yeah. So I mean, who's the third? Could be one of you.
Could be.
Kenny?
You know what?
Probably me.
Let's
I think it's gonna
determine
be
it
me.
on this podcast.
I got to keep turning Kenny's mic down because remember we did the mic check before, and he
Yeah.
said, and I was like, "Is that how you're going to talk?" And he's
Am I
like,
just yelling too much?
"Yeah."
How's this? How am I talking now?
No, now you're great.
Now,
How's
you're-
this?
Oh my
Oh
god.
God, dude.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Swear to God.
But
we're gonna
it's probably going to be me.
determine, who you're going to die.
Well, no, maybe
I hope
not,
not.
because it's like nobody knows who I am.
Well, I have the Countdown app, which when the motion picture called Countdown came out about an app that tells you how you die, they released an app that would tell you when you're going to die. And I
God.
just opened it up right now. I have 23 years. Oh, well, there's an
And a
ad.
commercial.
There's an ad. They didn't do that when the movie was coming out. I have 23 years, gonna seriously make me wait through this ad to find out when I'm gonna die?
They got to
What
make
if-
their money.
What if the countdown was happening like faster, and then I die before the ad's over? Oh, there we go. 23 years, 314 days, 5 hours, 55 minutes, and 10 seconds.
23 years
From now.
Almost 24 years.
Is that a
basically.
free app?
Yeah, that's why there's an ad.
Well, can you pay them to not see the ads?
Why? Why do you want to pay them to know
Well,
when you
he
die?
just sat here bitching how long that he's got to sit through the ads.
Oh.
It's like if he's going to die in 23 years, and just
And you see how
pay
like
it.
the light does that? Mm-hmm. That's the app
It's
itself.
telling you to go to the
No,
light.
the app is kind of supposed to be because it's vibrating as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of glitching out to make you think that it's haunted. My phone is haunted.
Oh.
But yeah, that's I've got 23 years, 24, basically
So,
24.
what would you rather? Would you rather, like, know when exactly you're going to die, but you don't know how, or know how you're going to die, but you don't know when?
I guess I would rather know, man, because if you say how and you're like, yeah, you're going to get hit by a red bus, you're going
Right.
to flip out every time you see a red bus.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
At least if you know when, you can be like, well, it's going to surprise me however it happens. Unless like 6 months before that, they're like, hey, you got cancer. Then you're like, well, I guess I know how that this story
Yeah.
ends.
if I ever get married again, and it gets to that point
What
where
do you mean if your girlfriend is sitting back over her ears just perked up?
Wow.
you leave my ex out of this. She doesn't know this yet, but no. If I ever get married again, and it gets to that point where it's like mundane, and you're like, I don't want to fuck anymore. You
Yeah.
know what? I'm good. I think I'm gonna pretend to be a medium and go, oh my god, I just saw how I die, and it's by fucking. So then now
Yeah.
I've got the excuse, kind of like the red bus.
I can't do it, baby.
I can't. I
This
don't
could
want
be the last one.
It could hurt you. Imagine you having to deal with killing me with
Yeah.
your pussy of power or whatever that is. You know, like I don't want to do that to her. That would be mean.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, that's a very brave thing. Very brave.
Or I could just be specific. I die inside of you.
Oh yeah, that way.
So other vaginas
Yeah.
are still available.
I'm a man. I still need this. I just don't want to die and leave you all alone. It's really her fault.
Exactly.
Segue question.
Segue.
If you're having sex with a woman and you die and you're still inside her, does that mean her vagina is haunted?
Yes.
That
Oh,
you
God, imagine that.
just left some
Oh,
ectoplasm.
I just gave you a new duty humor idea. The
you
haunted vagina.
The haunted
Just millions of little ghosts that come out.
Yeah.
Is this
Ooh.
the egg?
Oh, imagine woman having sex for the first time. She's a virgin. She meets this guy to take her virginity, and he dies while inside her.
Probably happened.
So now,
Wow.
probably did happen.
Yeah.
And now her vagina is haunted for the rest of her life.
Yeah. Any other
And-
guy who goes in there is like,
Yeah.
As soon as he goes down on her, he hears, "Get out." Too bad we can't stay, baby. Speaking of wanting to know how you die or not how you die, have you seen that that Asian boy band video?
No. Why are you watching Asian boy bands?
Well, because
Why
there's
not?
giant LED walls that they have.
Yeah.
So there was a concert where one was suspended above the stage. There were like multiple ones suspended above the stage.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to show you a video, and I'm going to get your reaction
Okay.
to this, both of you.
Okay.
And then once you see this, or once I get your reaction, everyone is immediately going to pause the podcast
And
look for this video. Let me
Okay.
preface it by saying the man is alive. He survived.
okay. Oh God, I'm
All right.
so scared right now.
That's the important thing. So
Make it bigger.
we're gonna go full. Well, because there we go. So there he is.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh!
Kenny, you're screaming into the mic again. We've had this conversation.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I saw that video, and I thought someone absolutely tricked me into seeing someone die.
Uh,
He survived.
How?
God likes him. I don't know.
I
How,
Yeah.
he just legit just got roadrunnered.
yeah.
Like, oh my God.
It's amazing, right?
It looks like an app, like
Yeah.
one of those,
Well,
what is it, special effects.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing. So I was watching that, and it was like, oh, an LED screen falls on a performer. Well, I work in these big corporate shows where there's the LED walls. I thought it was a wall that was like on the ground and it was going to tip over.
Yeah.
which is still a lot of weight,
Yeah.
but that's survivable. When I saw that, the reaction you two did, I did in a break room, surrounded by people I don't really know. And when they're like, "What, is everything okay?" I'm like, I don't really know these people, but hey, watch this clip. It's like The Ring.
I kind of want to watch it again. I got to see this
Play it
again.
again. Play it again.
Because it
Okay.
just.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's on his head.
Yeah, it's
That should have
It's
killed
on his
him.
head.
wait, hold on, Josh, you come over here. No, like over by there, because I want to be able to.
hear your reaction as well.
Here, use my mic.
I'll keep my voice down to your
Okay.
Oh no, he's dead.
No, he's not.
He
Apparently-
should be.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
he should be, but apparently he is alive. He's awake and he's talking. I don't know if he's walking.
Oh my God!
I
Poor
think-
guy.
I mean, yeah, definitely that's a life changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still
How many channels
performing?
does he get now, though?
Is he still performing?
I mean, no, he's in. This just happened like a couple days ago.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's
Uh,
insane.
Yeah, so I went through two things when I saw that. One, it was that can't be real,
Mhm.
and if so, I just
Yeah.
watched someone die, which I
Right.
never want to do that.
Yeah.
No, ever.
I don't ever know.
Remember the old videos, Phases of Death, or
Yeah.
something
Oh
like that.
my
That
God,
was
A lot of
insane.
those were fake too.
Yeah,
I
But-
actually used to work in a video store, and we rented those, and it's like, no, I'm never
Nuh-uh.
touching those.
So, like, I remember watching like a news story, and they used to never show you things that led to people's
Right.
deaths. And wasn't news. This was one of those like caught on camera on
Yeah.
Fox.
I hate those.
And there was like this gang shooting, like in a pool hall. And I remember this guy ran right up behind this other dude and went plop, 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 like shot him like 4 times. And in my dumb head, I'm watching this like, holy shit, it's amazing that this guy survived, thinking they're not going to show an execution on TV.
Mhm.
no.
As soon as the guy falls out of frame, they're like, and he died. I was like, you showed a murder.
Yeah.
Like, you legit, no
Mhm.
warning beforehand, like, hey, if you don't want to see someone die, surprise. So I looked up that story to see, and they said that he was rushed to there were 2 people that were injured
Mhm.
because if at the end of that clip, like, I'll show you again. So at the end of the
So
clip, boom, see that
yeah,
guy
that
there,
person gets hit. Yeah.
but that falls on him this way.
Mhm.
That dude, it was like 1 step behind the other guy. So like, and you saw him like, because they're dancing. The minute that thing hits, I think what saves his life is it's so heavy that it breaks the stage.
So
I
it,
think-
it kind of brings him in a little bit.
So his head
Yeah.
went under the stage.
Oh, that poor
God.
guy.
I wonder how many people are listening to this in the car right now
and going, I gotta get to a red
Yeah.
light.
Pulling over and just
And have it
watch
I mean-
it. Yeah.
And if you don't ever see it, that's fine. I think we gave you a good description. But knowing that he survived, I mean, I might feel different in 6 months when we see him like in a chair and with a computer talking for him. Then I'm like, oh, I feel bad watching that. But it's more like a holy shit.
Yeah.
That, I mean, imagine the rigger who built
Yeah.
that.
Oh
thing.
man. Yeah, they're
Ooh,
They're-
OSHA's gonna.
Well, it's China, so
whoever's
it's-
in charge
Oh.
of that is going to get
yeah, they don't have the same regulations.
right.
I was doing a gig in Brazil, which doesn't have the same regulations as us. And I was in my dressing room, and they were still like building it was like a convention hall. They were building the booth for us.
Mhm.
So this dude, I'm shitting you not, barefoot, on a makeshift ladder, which I say makeshift ladder, he literally just leaned 2 boards against each other and then put like hammered little steps.
Oh my god.
Oh
on it.
God.
So he's standing up there barefoot, holding a drill, right? So you can see the drill in his hand, follow that cord down his arm, down past his hip, where the cord is now split into 2 bare wires laying on the floor, and each wire is in a separate outlet or a separate part of the socket.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, because they were like, do you want us to? I was dealing with some expensive costume thing, and they were like, do you want us to put this in your room? And I was like, no, I'll do this.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember speaking of like watching a murder, on TV, I know that they've done it like on Facebook Lives, but I saw a few years ago a suicide on television.
Oh.
I was like, did I just witness a suicide? It was Michael Richards. He was on stage, and
That was the one where he had the disagreement with the gentleman in the balcony, right?
yes. And they aired that.
Did they air it?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing it.
I saw the clip, but I saw it online.
I saw it on like a TMZ
all I
or
remember,
something like that, yeah.
he's on stage and he keeps yelling, "He's a blank! He's a blank!"
I don't
he's a-"
understand. What's blank? I don't.
Well, use your imagination. It was a black guy he was talking about.
Oh.
Oh, he's a pilot.
Yeah, a pilot. That's it, a pilot.
We're going to get Kenny canceled. Let's cancel Kenny.
Nobody
Hashtag
knows who
cancel
I
Kenny.
am. Who cares?
I know somebody said that too. Like they were somebody on TikTok's like, dude, you're gonna get canceled, and I go, I'm not famous. How am I gonna get canceled?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian got famous for fucking a dude. Like, maybe you should fuck a dude and film it.
Again?
Yeah, well, I mean, film it this time.
Oh yeah. Oh no! How did this get out?
Hey, you really overlit this. Are you wearing makeup?
No, it was spontaneous.
Where's my Pepsi commercial? So seeing that video of that dude who just honestly was performing, and then next thing he knows, he's waking up in a hospital. So, like, in one sense, he has no idea what happened.
Oh no way! Yeah, and
that
that's
was
gonna
so
be done.
fast.
Assuming he's even awake now. Do we know if he woke up?
Yeah, he's awake and
Oh,
talking.
okay, good.
That's the So that being said, would you rather know when you're going to die but not how, or know how? Because what if you say, "Oh yeah, I want to know how," and they're like, "You're going to get crushed by a gigantic thing that falls from the sky."
You're like,
Oh shit! I wish I didn't.
then
know
you
that.
have no idea. You have no idea where it's going to come. Like it doesn't say, like, yeah, you're going to get crushed by something that falls from the sky. So you're like, all right, as long as I stay inside. Well,
Yeah,
it could. I mean, a plane could fall through a building, crush through, and you're dead.
Yeah.
So
Or some frozen toilet water.
yeah.
Or you see, speaking of China, Chinese rocket is about to fall back into Earth's orbit again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this happened a few years ago too.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we're pretty sure that it will hit the ocean, but we're not 100% sure.
Awesome. So now we got to be on the lookout.
Yeah. Kenny, so would you rather know when or how?
I think I'd rather know when, because that would probably get me some incentive to get up off my ass and actually do stuff. So people will know who the hell I am.
But would it? That just means if it's soon, they could say you're going to die at 100. And you're like, nah, I got fucking time.
Yeah.
No, that's
I'm
true.
just going to play one more game.
Just one more game.
Call of
Just
Duty.
one more.
Did you answer? Do you want to know?
I would rather know when.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Get everything in order. It's like, all right, I got 24 years. Okay, I got 24 years. I can do this. Make sure the kid's taken care of and all that stuff.
That's the guy that goes, the joke about the guy who goes to the doctor and he's like, how long do I have to live? And the doctor goes, 10. And he's like, months or years? And the doctor goes, 9, 8, 7.
6.
Yeah, well, I mean, going back to Doug, who, performed with us, and he was a mama's cousin. He was on the stage. I was, and this is such a stupid, like, me doing something selfish as a result. Not selfish, something I didn't need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at this thing, this one wheel. It's an little electric vehicle, and I was looking at them online for a while, and I was hemming and hawing, going, "Do I want to get this? Am I going to kill myself doing this? It looks like a lot of fun." And I was watching so many videos of people on this thing, and then when Doug died, I was like, "Shit, tomorrow's not promised to me." if I want to do this because I think it's going to be fun, I should do this now.
Yep.
Otherwise, tomorrow's not a guarantee, and we've lost so many people.
Yeah.
In Orlando, the performance community, friends,
Yeah.
families, like we've lost so many people over the past few years. Not just counting COVID deaths or anything like that. That, like what you were saying, you need that motivation to get up off your ass and do something. When really the motivation is right here. That nothing is guaranteed. You know, you could. We had that dude outside our building here on that ride.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that kid.
That fell out of that ride and
my God.
died. And it's like he was a high school kid.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude literally had so much life left in him. And just a mistake.
Yeah. Tiny bit. And for those of you listening, I want to say this is probably one of the funniest podcasts that we've
Yeah.
done.
Definitely.
Like I'm glad I'm TikTok living it.
Oh, I forgot.
If it's still on.
Are,
If it's still on.
are there people?
I don't know. Let's see.
Check and see. I forgot that was on.
No, it's still on.
Oh, hi
Do we
everybody.
got any likes
I
or
was-
anything?
I was like closed off, so I'm so sorry. If you search #joke time, you'll see my account. But yeah, all right, we're at 30 minutes, so we should probably start wrapping this up because we got to open our doors soon.
Yeah.
So Ali, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that God hates boy bands.
Kenny, what did you learn tonight?
I learned I got to get up off my ass because nobody knows who the hell I am.
Who?
Exactly.
And it's cousin Kenny. And
Hello,
I guess,
cousin internet.
and I guess I learned something tonight too. God doesn't hate boy bands, but theatrical lighting riggers do. All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 8 p.m. Call 407-363-1985. You can find me on Instagram at Todders, Todders. You can find me on TikTok as well at Todders, Todders. Or just search #joke time because I stole that from Ali. Actually, you told me to post jokes under joke time. But also, if you're a reader, you can go on Amazon and look for my books. Todd Farron, F-E-R-U. Ali, where can people find you?
Comedic actor on Instagram. Comedic actor Ali on Twitter. #joke time. You'll probably find me on TikTok. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, Xbox. Comedic actor on Xbox.
Yeah.
There we go.
Kenny.
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram under KJardine27. You can find me on Twitter under Kenneth Jardine2. And you can find me on Xbox Live under KJardine27 as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm Duty Poo Poo on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you guys next week. I hope no one gets killed in the meantime. But realistically, that could happen.
That could
Yes.
very well.
Yeah.
It could
Okay.
happen on stage tonight. Who knows?
Oh, we don't have anything like that.
Okay.
We're very low tech, so that's
Okay,
not
good.
that's not an issue that's going to happen at our show. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.